Years and years and years and years of grinding on YouTube, not getting no views. Look at my smack bald head having ass looking like somebody's uncle and shit, bro. I can't be out here looking like this. Not getting no growth. Last year, I uploaded a video that completely changed the course of my life. I'm about to give you the most valuable YouTube information that you have ever heard before in your entire life, including all the mistakes I made, so you don't make the same mistakes. It's not gonna be easy, but it can be simple.
Stop the cap.
Ladies and gentlemen, so this is the same man that was in government assistance for the past 6 years, trying to give you YouTube advice.
Today?
Pushing out struggle content for the whole duration of the summer.
He's a superstar. Dontay London is a superstar.
The whole time span of the summer, you was telling the next man that you was getting evicted, that your lights was cut off. You took your newlywed fiance to your mama's basement, talking about, you can't touch this shit over here. This shit right here is my mom's shit.
You wanna call your parents? You wanna ask them? You wanna call them now or you wanna talk to them in person?
I think I want to do it in person.
We're going to be over here. She has diabetes, but every single video that you've been uploading since your hiatus of 1 month, she's in the back shuffling and ruffling through some potato chips. All for shock value, all for people to clickbait your videos because you're trying to run up the back. You're trying to finesse YouTube, just like how you finesse the government assistance, EBT, because out of your own mouth, out of the horse's mouth, I'm not making this up. This is what you put out into the universe. This is the content that you made, dishrag Dontay. Out of everything that your light-skinned ass ninja could have made, you said that to finesse EBT by claiming $0 income by receiving a YouTube AdSense check. But what's crazy work is that now there is no government assistance in the month of November. So now you're pushing out that you're working multiple jobs. That same energy was obsolete. And now you got DoorDash following your footsteps, talking about she works for Amazon. What?
Dontay London will be back. He's very smart and he's very strategic. He hasn't been off for 3 weeks just staring at the walls.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
You watch this whole video and listen to exactly what I'm about to tell you. This is coming from me. I broke through on YouTube multiple times. I went viral multiple times. I done made full-time income off this channel since last year. Currently still full-time. I'm about to change your life in this video. Watch this whole video. Do not skip because you can miss your blessing, okay? This
Stop it. Get some help.
video completely changed the course.
Miss your blessing.
He like Haitian, I think. He like Haitian. He was cool. He don't speak that good of English though.
Yeah, missing your blessing and not making the same mistakes and not make the same roadblocks that you encountered. Of course, that's a blessing because besides that, you have been scamming the government, dishrag Dontay.
Of my life, okay? This one video made me like over 16,000 subscribers, almost $5,000. When you know that one video on YouTube can make you this much money, come on, bro, like that's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you right now on exactly how much money I made over the last year on YouTube. I made over $41,000 over the last year on YouTube. Yeah, I sold it. Yeah, it was pretty nice. I had paid like $700 for it, like 6-7 months ago. Yeah, it was like the DJI Pocket 3. You know what that is? Thank you so much, man. All right.
Yeah, don't stress. Everything's gonna work out.
I know, Mom, I'm trying. I really don't know what to do. Like real life, I don't know what to do. From this very channel you watching. And also, this is how many views.
So for the last year on YouTube, let's keep it a bean. Dishrag Dontay. The whole summer, you was pushing out struggle content, telling the masses you was getting evicted. First of all, you can't even get evicted like that. It's a process. You have to actually go to the court. You can't just be late on your rent and they evict you out your apartment. Second, you was showing your kid on your waistband going to job to job to job trying to get hired. In reality, it was all for content. You wasn't trying to get hired. You purposely didn't brush your teeth.
Had it, I would give it to you. I don't. This summertime, I'm barely making my own bill.
I know.
Like I work Saturday, so that'll help, but I don't have my rent put away yet, and it's getting too close to that time. So
I might know, like.
But even if we have to get in the cycle where we borrow the $600, and then 2 weeks later we pay it back.
There is consequences to your actions. You can't just be clickbaiting people, making it seem like the masses are idiots, as if these are not grown ass adults watching your content. It's one thing to fool little kids, but grown men, grown woman is watching you, and you think these people are idiots? Crazy work.
Views I got over the last 365 days on this channel. My videos have been seen by millions of people. If I can do it, you can do it too. I started this channel from nothing.
Dontay, I don't want to scam. You're scamming. I don't want to scam like you, dishrag Dontay. We're not. I'm surprised you're even still able to walk the streets of Detroit, Michigan. You're putting all your business out there.
Look at my smack bald head having ass looking like somebody's uncle and shit, bro. I can't be out here looking like this.
FBI, as you see, is very active. They're in the NBA. Now, who are you compared to the NBA? But one thing you cannot play is with the IRS. So you talking about you receive X amount. You just received 40K income. Did you claim that, dishrag Dontay? You putting your business out into the masses. You was crying about how you was living in Section 8 housing, but they found out that you was making income on YouTube and they kicked you out. That's the whole reason why you went to a luxury apartment. And that's the whole reason why after 1 month you couldn't afford that luxury apartment. I think you was salty about paying rent. So you use your subscribers, you use your supporters to pay your bills in the time of need, because the whole time you was portraying that you was going to get evicted, you had your furniture still in place. But let's keep it a beam. When you're really going through something, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about zero in the bank account. Anything of value you are going to sell.
I'm not a fraud. Things just got out of control.
But the man had all his furniture. Everything was intact. How are you struggling? He's going to U-Hauls, ladies and gentlemen, portraying that he's going to live in a U-Haul, portraying that he's going to move his furniture in his U-Haul. All that was for content. All that was clickbait. Damn! And what's crazy, it be your own skin folk. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. It be your own people, ladies and gentlemen. Am I my brother's keeper?
Am I my brother's keeper?
Bro, no experience, no previous following. I started completely from scratch. Now, my first year on YouTube, I made $0. I made nothing. I didn't get monetized until my second year. And after I got monetized, I made only $30 a month for the next 4 years. So I've been through it. I've been through the struggle on YouTube. I've been through years of not getting no views. I know how it feels. This is why I'm making this video for people. Okay?
You've been through years of bullshitting. Years of going to job to job to job, quitting, acting like you was about to work, but in reality, you can't work because you know that's going to cut off your government assistance.
And honestly, this is probably one of the last jobs that I can do with my CDLB, because I done about burned all my bridges with my CDLB so far.
Because if you receive income, why would they fund you? So you only work just enough for you to do the requirements that you're actually looking for a job, but in reality you're paying $0 rent for the past 6 years. So that's why your content wasn't getting views, because people saw the bullshit. This guy's been bullshitting for 6 years, going to job to job to job, quitting. What value, what substance did you bring to the masses? Who was going to watch your content for the past 6 years and be like, I have grown as a better person? This guy has told me to claim government assistance. Meanwhile, I should quit a 9-to-5, chase YouTube as if YouTube is not extremely versatile, extremely highs and lows. 1 month you can be booming, the next month you can be demonetized. I don't wish that upon nobody, but it's the realistic facts. At any given second, you can be demonetized. But this light-skinned ass dishrag Dontay was telling you to quit a 9-to-5.
Got a big forehead, but it's cool though, y'all. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Teeth is something I'm really insecure about. My hairline is something I'm insecure about. I don't know, man. My hairline not really thinning out too. Nah, my shit is kind of thinning out real bad. My shit like damn near. I ain't got no hair. I be covering my shit up.
And chase the YouTube AdSense check. Keep it a bean, this right, Dante. You're trying to tell the people the truth, but you're leaving the elephant in the room. You was a scammer. You should change your name to Scammer Dante.
Okay, I'm trying to give y'all some of the game that I learned. You'll be surprised at how many people ask me how I get paid on YouTube. Like, people don't even know how people get paid on YouTube. Let me explain. You can't just create an account, start uploading videos, and start making money. You have to be monetized. In order to get monetized on YouTube, it's very simple. You need 1,000 subscribers, and you need 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, what that means, in very simple terms, you need about 40,000 total channel views. You don't need that off one video. That can be across multiple videos. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not really that much for real. If you stay consistent over the next 90 days, uploading long form videos between 15 and 20 minutes long is like the sweet spot. Those views start to accumulate. Those watch hours start to add up. Once you reach those requirements, YouTube will send you an email telling you that you are eligible to join the YouTube Partner Program to start monetizing your videos with ads. That is how you get paid on YouTube, from the ads playing on your videos. Ads.
So now this right, Dante is giving YouTube advice, but when you come out of the hiatus of you being ghost for 30 months after you were struggling, after you couldn't pay your rent, now you're telling the masses how to get the bag on YouTube.
He knows YouTube better than a lot of people.
What happened to you meeting up with Tyler Perry? Wasn't you trying to meet up with Tyler Perry? Didn't you think he was a star? I thought you was going to a talent agency. Wasn't you going to become some type of TV show host or whatever you was trying to do? So what happened to that? Then you went to religion. Oh my God, I found $100. Somebody tipped me $100. Oh my God, somebody gave me $100. That shit is cap. And now you're giving YouTube advice. So, you know what's crazy? Ladies and gentlemen, dishrag Dante and DoorDash, I think they call each other if there's some type of communication behind closed doors, because now DoorDash is working for Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, the same woman I was telling you to quit her 9 to 5, she had her whole blueprint. We go to her YouTube catalog. Every video is quit a 9 to 5, quit a 9 to 5, quit a 9 to 5. Now she's working a 9 to 5. Is it because government assistance is cut off for the month of November? Everything this right Dante does, she is right there. Since this summer, ladies and gentlemen, everything Dante has done, she is doing. Monkey see, monkey do. 2 peas in a pod.
For me personally, is where majority of my YouTube income came from. And it's the easiest way to get paid on YouTube, because people simply just got to click and watch your video, and YouTube gives you a 55% cut of all the ad revenue that you make throughout the entire month. Again, if I can do it, you can do it. I ain't nobody special. I just stay consistent with posting.
If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Look at the scam. How you married, bruh? Are you a man? Hey, you gotta tighten up, my boy. Tighten up. Keep it a bean. Government assistance got cut off, so now you're making videos of you going to work. The whole time you're scamming, telling the masses to quit their 9 to 5, as if who's going to pay the bills at the end of the day? You telling the next man to quit their 9 to 5? That is extremely irresponsible. Chasing a dream as if at any moment that YouTube check can be cut off. Then what are they supposed to do? Be a financial burden to the next person? Hey man, can I borrow this gun? For months, they ain't trying to be your light-skinned ass going with a baby. Imagine having a baby pulling up to a job interview and recording it, talking about my baby boo-booed on himself. Crazy work.
You have to learn. That's why you're watching this video right now. You already taking the first step. You have to learn.
Nah, we're watching a video to exploit and to document this crazy documentation, this crazy journey, this is some crazy work. This is one for the books. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, this man, this Dante, they're going to make a movie for sure. They're going to make a 2-week movie out of your ass. It's going to be Scammer Dante or Dishrag Dante, summer special, holiday Jet 2 special in the building. Your ass was capping, clickbaiting people, acting like you was about to get evicted. But in the whole time, in reality, once you click that red record button and it's off, you laughing because you was capping, you was abusing your own people. People actually thought you was going through some tough times. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, waking up and decide to push out struggle content. So who's really the fool? Let me know in the comments. I want to know your take. Is it Dante? Because at the end of the day, he's a content creator. Is he the one to blame, or is it the consumer, the gullible, the viewers, his faithful supporters? Are the supporters the ones to blame for believing in him? Now he wants to backdoor and use these same supporters and tell them that it's okay to work a 9 to 5.
You have to stay consistent and you have to use strategy. I'm about to tell you what worked for me and how I went viral last year. I was working at Walmart as a cart pusher. I just started recording my day at Walmart. I was literally recording off my phone. And soon as I started sharing me working at Walmart, I started to get some views. I went from like 1 to 2,000 views to like 5, 6, 7,000 views. So not only was I sharing my job at Walmart, but I was also just sitting in my car talking about me working at Walmart. And I was still getting views. It's literally something anybody can do. You know why they get views? Because people are always interested in seeing what other people do for work. That is when I really first started to see my first breakthrough, because one of those videos had reached like 300,000 views for me. Now at the time, I was living in low income housing. Those videos are what worked for me as well. I started getting hundreds of thousands of views on some of those videos, just talking about like what it was like living in low income housing.
Man, imagine 2000, whatever year you posted that nonsense, posting that you live in low income housing and you're getting monetized of showing your low income housing, because there's a lot of people living in low income housing. I'm not knocking that. It's the fact that the man is scamming, ladies and gentlemen. He's scamming because how you are an enabled body, there's no disability about you. You are blessed to have 2 hands, 2 feet, lungs that can breathe, no extra machine helping you breathe. You can wake up and go get it on your own, and you have the courage to request government assistance as if you can go out there and get it. That's some crazy ass work, man. Abusing the system and taking away from the people that actually do need it.
Anybody can pick up their phone and talk about where they living at and how much they paying and how they managing it. Just everyday life stuff that people are naturally interested in. So then I started talking about how I was making money on YouTube. Bro, that skyrocketed my channel. Like,
Take heed to this message, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be clickbaiting, because the clickbait, the pros is it will get you views because you're clickbaiting the people. He's making videos talking about YouTube's on easy mode. Stop the cap. If it was on easy mode, why was he pimping your fiance, your wife, putting her through the hospital? Does she even have diabetes? Because she's eating chips. She's eating every second that she has, every opportunity. There's something going on in the background where she's scruffling some type of paper. So you was exploiting your wife. You exploited your child, talking about he boo-booed himself. You even put your mom into this situation. She talking about she has to get a loan. You have to call Hannah's parents to cover the second half of the loan. You're exploiting everybody, but you was making videos X amount of years, X amount of months previously talking about YouTube's on easy mode. So you see the clickbait, ladies and gentlemen. Take heed to this. I understand the content. You want to have X amount of views. You want the bag. You want the success. You want the glamour of YouTube. But it is a slow grind. Trust the process. Enjoy your content. For the content creators that's watching, big salute for holding this light-skinned ass ninja accountable. I hope great success to every single one of your channels. We are in a crazy time, but at this content right here, 9 10s out of 10, we are in agreement that this light-skinned ass ninja is capping. He could have been working this whole time. Imagine if dishrag Dontay kept the job for the past 6 years. None of that struggle content would have been made. But he doesn't want to work, plus he was receiving government assistance. Now, all of a sudden, government assistance is gone for the month of November, ironically, and Thanksgiving. And my condolences for the ones that actually do need it. And now, how are they going to be able to pay for their meals and Thanksgiving? Potentially Christmas. That's some crazy work. They're even talking about taking free lunch in schools. Now the kids are now getting involved. Let me know your take in the comment section about taking away free lunch for kids in schools. That's some crazy work. But I'm not talking about those people that actually do need it. I'm talking about dishrag Dontay living in Section 8 housing. Meanwhile, he's receiving a YouTube check. They catch on to his nasty work behind. They find out he actually is receiving income, so he leaves because he decides he doesn't want to pay rent and income housing. Meanwhile, he could have came up at income housing, ladies and gentlemen. They're only going to charge you a percentage, so whatever he was making was only a small percentage he had to pay. But he said, you know what, let me move to a luxury apartment. If I'm gonna pay something, let me pay something. Okay, you made that decision. On top of that, you bought a car with bad credit. Now you saying that your bread is gone, so you push out struggle content the whole summer of 2025, ladies and gentlemen. And you talking about what?
Gained like maybe 40,000 subscribers from sharing those videos. That's how my channel blew up last year, from a mix of those videos. Now, I'm about to tell you the biggest lesson I've learned, okay? So I'm making all this money on YouTube, more money than I could ever imagine having, right? First thing I did was went and bought this truck. And then I went and I got a new apartment. Fast forward about, I say, 4 or 5 months after I moved out my low income apartment.
Yo, most people get a cheeseburger, you know what I mean? They buy a little something here and there. They might buy a little something on the side, you know what I'm saying? Gotta keep it YouTube friendly. This man made life decisions off a YouTube check. He bought a whole vehicle and a whole apartment depending solely on YouTube. Are y'all truly going to believe what he has to say out of his mouth? He is at this point going through trial and error. So you can learn from his mistakes, but to really take his words as if it is law is some crazy work. Take heed to it, but don't just follow blindly, because the man would end you homeless. He was the same man telling you that YouTube's on easy mode. Some people don't have a safety blanket. They don't have family, friends to depend on. 1 paycheck, 2 paychecks, that's it. They're on the street. God forbid, I don't wish nobody on the street. You was lucky enough to have assistance by the government. That's why you was able to record this and that, stretch $500 whole throughout the whole month of 30 days. Imagine stretching $500 in the whole 30 days of a month. But you can do that if you don't have $0 rent. People don't want to have $0. I mean, of course people do, but people don't want to be asking for a handout. They want to go out there and get it. That's why people wake up every single day and get it on their own, out the mud, regardless of how they feel. People don't really, I mean, I can't speak for everybody because there's some working ass motherfuckers out there, but people would love to just sleep in and do what they want to do, but they want to also pay for their bills. So you telling people paying for their bills, it's not the way, but now you're going to come back door and talking about, I have 3 jobs. This is some crazy work, ladies and gentlemen.
My views started to drop, but this was my first time actually realizing that, dang, all these views I was getting wasn't sustainable. I thought they was always going to be there because I never saw that type of growth before. Now, mind you, at this time, I wasn't working a job no more. I had quit my job at Walmart and I was just doing YouTube full time because I was making all this money. When that income dropped, and now I got this truck with this car note, I got this expensive apartment that I live in, I done spent thousands of dollars on just materialistic things, game systems, cameras. When them views start.
This man, dishrag Dontay, got a $2,000 check. He got a refund check, decided to drop out of college, buy a big screen TV, buy a truck, get a whole apartment off a little $2,000 refund check. A typical light-skinned ass ninja. Instead of investing that money, instead of, you know what, it's not promised this bread is going to come back to me, so let me hold on to it, if not invest and make my money work for me. But unfortunately, sometimes you have to learn the hard way. Sometimes you have to get hit in the head for you to learn your lesson. So this right, Dontay experienced the highs of YouTube, but he also, life is going to be the biggest teacher, especially if you have bad spending habits. The man bought a whole truck with bad credit, apartment he can't afford, eating out, buying a hand of potato chips every single time he's making a video. She's eating in the background. Then he wants to take the same woman to the hospital, talking about she has diabetes.
Started to drop, bruh. My life started to fall apart, bruh, because I was relying on this money. Okay, so this the lesson. Don't ever just completely rely on the money from YouTube because it's unpredictable. It can drop at any time like it did for me. And when my revenue dropped, it put me in a very tough financial situation because
dishrag Dontay is not 18, 17, 16, 14, 13. He's about to be 30 years old, talking about don't rely solely on YouTube. Well, duh. What the you talking about, you light-skinned ass ninja? YouTube should be a second, third source of income. It can't be the main source of income. There's like 0.03% of content creators actually using YouTube as their main source of income. Majority of the same people have something to sustain them, to pay the bills. YouTube's nice. It will give you revenue one time a month. One time a month, YouTube AdSense will send you a check. Realistic people have a job on the side of this, right, Dontay? Crazy work.
I was no longer able to afford my car note. I was no longer able to afford my rent. I was like, it was tough, bruh. So what I need y'all to know, that success here on YouTube is very possible. I did it. I lived it. Still living it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take a tremendous amount of effort, hard work, learning, strategy, consistency, bruh. Constant, every day.
Not scamming, not lying to the people, not making clickbait content, actually being truthful to your supporters, actually pushing positivity into the masses, working on your content. Stop trying to have clickbait titles, actually building a community, actually leaving a legacy so your son could be proud of their father, not their son clicking on the video saying, Daddy, how come you was making struggle content? I remember I had all the ice cream sandwiches in the freezer. I remember the pantry was full. I remember everything was good, but she was making struggle content, and you don't have to explain to your son that you was capping in front of the camera just for the YouTube AdSense check. Actually being a man. Actually stop being Dantisha, but being Dontay.
If you can hear me out on this one though, because this is the absolute biggest lesson I've learned about going viral on YouTube, is to not chase numbers, to not chase the money, because when you do that, you start to build a audience that's short term, and you start to build a audience who don't really care about you. For example, when I was like teaching people how to do YouTube, I started doing those videos.
You don't give two F's about your supporters, anybody in the comment section. You never reply to nobody in the comment section. You're talking about you're going to collab with small-time YouTubers and give them an opportunity to use your platform. All that shit is cap. You just be talking a good game, but you never follow up what you be talking about. Dishrag Dontay. So how about we do some shadow work and we work on self before we portray what we want to do? Because he can tell a good story. It sounds good, but he doesn't follow up of whatever he's talking about. He's just talking, ladies and gentlemen, for content. He wants to make a 10-minute video. It's been a couple of days, so he's going to become a YouTube guru talking about, yo, actually, give two fucks about the people that support you. Like, actually care. Like don't abuse your platform. No shit.
Every day, and that started to attract the audience to my channel who was only there for how to grow on YouTube videos. So even though those videos getting a lot of views, the minute I tried to transition back to just vlogging my life, the content that I actually wanted to do, nobody watched me. You don't want to attract a bunch of people who don't want to watch you for who you are. So all of those people who's gonna click on your video because you put what you do for work in your title, that's what draw them in. So when they click on that video and they start watching you, they want to hear about your job. So what you gotta do is find balance with talking about you as well. Don't talk too much about the job, because then they only gonna be there for the job. They not gonna get to know.
Listen, number one, if you want to make a YouTube channel for the future content creators and for the current content creators, number one is keep it a beam. If you're honest, then the people are gonna rock with you, because you have 70K plus subscribers, but you can't even crack 10K views. That's some crazy work. How do you have 70K plus subscribers, but you can barely crack 10K views? So number one is don't scam the people. Don't lie to the people just to clickbait them, because at this point, they don't believe nothing that you say. How about you address the elephant in the room that you're a scammer? You lied to the people talking about you was going to get evicted. All that shit was cap. Then you went a back door and talking about I was just doing it for clout. It wasn't true. So you want those same supporters to keep on watching you. They actually believed Dishrag Dontay was going to be evicted. You had the people hanging off a cliff. You played with their emotions. You got the grandmas and grandpas going to the 401ks, going to the retirement funds, trying to help you out, but you was lying for months. It wasn't just a little 1-2 week thing. For months, ladies and gentlemen. So as DoDash, scammer, both of y'all scamming. Y'all just wanted to blow past that as if you wasn't scamming the whole summer Jet 2 holiday special. Now DoDash wants to come back door talking about she's working for Amazon, talking about it's the best job ever. Stop the cap.
You for who you are. So you got to find balance in being real, honest, vulnerable within this video of talking about your job, so you can try to pull those people into wanting to watch you. If you only chase the views, if you only chase the money, if you only chase the numbers, and you just start talking about a bunch of random topics just to try to get people to watch you, then you're going to start to attract the unloyal audience. You're going to get people who's there for the topic and not there for who you are. It's important to find balance. Now, when I was going viral, yes, I was still talking about my personal life, but I was mainly talking about the topics. And I wasn't doing a good enough job with pulling people into watching me for who I am, because I was chasing numbers at the time. I was chasing views at the time. right? And that affected me long term because I struggled to transition a lot of those people over. And so my views dropped. So it's important to find balance in being strategic.
Yeah, your views dropped because people saw through the cap and it wasn't going to get finessed anymore because you're finessing EBT, you're finessing the government, you're finessing YouTube, and your favorite supporter said enough is enough. Why am I going to give you bread? Why am I going to give you that view if you clickbaiting? Man is hitting the switch to his apartment. Meanwhile, he could have easily hit the breaker. He could have turned out the light bulb of that light that he was switching on. Like, the man was clickbaiting, bro. We don't respect that, bro. One thing you cannot do is finesse your supporters. Same thing as DoorDash. She's talking about do hair. Well, if you're talking about do hair, how about you refund every single body that you scammed? You scammed how many people? Talking about do hair, get a third, fourth job. Y'all, yo, we see between the lines, EBT government assistance has been temporary pause, if not shut down. So now y'all want to go get a 9 to 5. That's some crazy work.
It's using your job as a title and giving people something valuable and being real and vulnerable, trying to pull people into your personal life to rock with you for who you are. So if you can find that balance, I guarantee you have sustainable long-term success on YouTube. Because it's not just about going viral, because going viral can drop quick. You need those people to watch you for a long period of time. And that's the biggest reason most small and new creators fail or give up on YouTube. Because even if they manage to stay consistent, they're not doing the learning part. You can't just keep uploading video just thinking that your channel gonna blow up. That's a mistake a lot of small creators make, and a mistake I made when I first started off. I thought that consistency alone was enough to grow the channel. That's why I went 4 years without making money. You can't just upload random. You gotta learn what works. And I'm telling you what works. You gotta give people something of value. Study other creators, right? See how they did it. Go look back at my old content and see when I first blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta study consistency, learning, and strategy. And when you do all three of those consistency for months without getting discouraged, then you will start to see momentum. It might start off small, but it's gonna grow over time.
And that next video he posts, I won't be surprised if it gets 100,000 views. I know that first hour is gonna have about 20,000 views. He's a superstar. Dontay London is a superstar.
And then once you start to get that audience, then remember, you gotta find that balance with pulling them in to make them stay so they can watch you long term. You got this, bro. I need you to believe that it's possible. I lived it, bro. I did it. You don't gotta be big and famous to grow a YouTube channel no more. It's some of the most average people today on YouTube that got some of the biggest followings and some of the most loyal, engaged following. YouTube pay out billions of dollars to its creators every year. Billions with a B. It's enough money on YouTube.
I made $700 in 3 days, okay? I ain't have to drive no food. I didn't have to spend $400 on no gas.
Coming to take my car. Oh my God, I'm so tired.
I was able to get $700 in donations. I still need $500.
Come on now. And these stocks, I can invest into Amazon stock as an employee, and Fidelity Investments is a part of their investments at Amazon. Come on now. Now, it almost took me out because, y'all, I haven't worked a job. I haven't worked a job since 2014. I've been an entrepreneur. I've been doing things. I've been doing my own thing. But, baby girl, I'm about to schedule a massage. I'm about to hire a guy to help me stretch, because one thing I'm not going to do is quit. I am 43 years old, okay? It's time to get this money. It's time to get this money, all right? What you gonna do? You quit, and then what else you gonna do? What else you gonna do? Go to something that's less hard? It don't matter. I wish I knew this when I was younger. It don't matter. You can quit and go to somebody else, and it's gonna be the same.
What? You wish you knew this when you was younger. To what? To go to work? DoorDash, you're 43 years old.
Say money just exposes who you really are. I say being a fan just exposes who you really are. Yeah, he was a fan all up in my ass. Now he really want to be all up in my ass. You're lame. Could never get my time, my day. Not even if you can get it up, which you can't.
Stop the cap.
And I find it extremely ironic that dishrag Dontay, this whole ass, this fruity pebble looking at ninja.
My hair that from hair from the top, I just be brushing it down. I don't know, y'all. It's just being a man, man. It's genetic. I can't control that shit. But shit, I'm gonna get some. I don't know. I ain't gonna do no surgery. I can't do surgery. like no hair transplants, hair surgeries. I can't do that shit. That shit look painful. Might do like some, I don't know, some vitamins or some shit.
He's working 3 jobs, apparently 4 jobs, because they give tips, right?
Stop the cap.
This man, this right, Dontay, he ironically goes to work. So now you going to work, you're just the same person talking about quit your 9 to 5. That's your foundation of your YouTube channel. Quit your 9 to 5. We have sound bites of you crying. We have video footage of you scamming. Now you're talking about it's okay to work a 9 to 5. Stop the cap.
Yes, the same mess. You still gonna have to work. What you gonna be lazy? You can't be lazy at somebody's job. Okay? You wanna live with your mama for the rest of your life? I don't wanna do that. Okay, I'm trying to keep this apartment. This is my dream apartment. I'm trying to keep it, okay? And make sure I do everything I need to do and save up for retirement. I'm doing DoorDash, I'm doing food delivery, I got my own hair product, I'm working. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because let me tell you something. One thing you don't wanna do is live under somebody else's roof with their rules. So you gotta work, gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, I know. But now I'm at a point now where it's like,
Yo, you gotta do what you have to do. Yo, these two, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to make a documentary on this right, Dontay and Dodash. The two crazy, 2 peas in the pod. This is some crazy work.
it's more than just working. It's more than just paying my bills. Now it's about investing. Now it's about making choices that work for me for my future. I want to secure my future. My goal is to have $100,000 in investments in 5 years or less.
Stop the cap.
I'm starting at 43, but it don't even matter. Like I don't feel 43. I feel amazing. I feel absolutely amazing. But y'all, I just want to say to anybody out there,
It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. I didn't know, but it's tough.
Yo, imagine people watching Dodash for the first time because she deleted all her videos. I don't know how many videos, at least 50 videos, ladies and gentlemen. She lost thousands of subscribers. This woman lost thousands among thousands of subscribers because she did it worse than this right, Dontay. She was actually asking her subscribers to donate, to help. She was stealing money from her subscribers. Now she wants to back.
I'm gonna take my car. Oh my God, I'm so tired.
I was able to get $700 in donations. I still need $500 this month. I'm sorry. Because I just checked my account and the money is actually in my account. $20,000 with YouTube in the past 90 days. What? Oh. I'm sorry. God, I gotta stop doing that. Oh my God. This blows my mind. I received my YouTube payout. I don't care. This is how much money I'm making on YouTube since I've been monetized.
Door talking about it's okay to work a 9 to 5. She doesn't want to lose her apartment. Her apartment is so fully furnished, it's nice that she wants to keep her belongings. She doesn't want to go live with her mama because living with the next person, you have to abide by the rules. All these things that she's saying is common sense. But then she wants to come back door, ladies and gentlemen, and say that she was lazy. That's why she was begging. Stop the cap.
Listen, okay, I know you probably regret, your life. You're probably not happy right now, but I'm gonna encourage you. Do what you gotta do so you can secure your future. Take advantage of all the opportunities that the job is offering. Take advantage of everything you can do. Don't be lazy. Please don't. Because depending on people to take care of you will drive you insane. I'm going to tell you what happens if you're still living with your mama at 50. You're not happy. You're probably on drugs. You're probably drinking a lot. You probably got a lot of women. You're probably just going from woman to woman, house to house. And if you're not going from house to house, you're figuring out which drug you're going to use next. I'm telling you, you do not want that life. I've seen it happen to so many people. I am thinking differently. I got my head on straight, even if I gotta buy Epsom salt because of listen, let me tell you something. This Dr. Teal's pure Epsom salt is amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It hit me hard.
what's crazy work is that she is telling the masses it's okay to work a 9 to 5. Meanwhile, she had 2 years plus content talking about fuck a 9 to 5. And matter of fact, she just last week, she just said she was cursing out. She was cursing in front of the camera saying, don't go to a 9 to 5 because dealing with the work politics, dealing with the bosses, nobody wants to deal with that, etc. This, that, and the third. So which one is it? One day she wants to work, one day she doesn't. One day it was sad is that the gullible. What about the kids? Kids are watching content creators having X amount of subscribers, thinking it's sweet, quitting their 9 to 5 because monkey see, monkey do. They want to be content creators. They're seeing that these YouTube influencers are showing a YouTube check. So now you're gonna have the gullible. Unfortunately, you're preaching to the future generation to scam, not work. But then you want to backdoor and talking about you working for Amazon. Crazy work.
Hard because I've never done anything like this. I've never money and not provided them with what we're going to get.
Stop the cap.
Also, my service was top.
Eucalyptus and spearmint. Ooh, when I tell y'all this smells so good, oh my God, I'm about to go take a bath right now because of how good this smells. Like it's more than just having money to go buy some candy. Now you need to make some money to set your future up, so you don't have to depend on people, so you don't have to feel like you've lost in life. You know, I got money coming in from all angles, and I had to have come to Jesus. And it was like, it's more than just finding the job. What job can you do that's not only going to pay your bills, but going to set you up for the future? Okay? And that's Amazon. It is an amazing company. An amazing company. Y'all, let me tell you something. I don't know if you know this, but they have this thing called UPT, where if you just don't reviews and what people's experience was, because I wanted my own experience. So if you're somebody, you just want to work, go home, make money, invest in stocks. Do you want to be able to buy a $150 sweater? Yes. Do you want to be able to invest in stocks and bonds and have money flowing all over the place? Yes. Do you want to have free time? I literally just made $100 today doing DoorDash. I only DoorDash for 3 hours. I did it last night too. I made $100 last night, and today I just I made, what is it? $80. $80 in 3 hours. I got a $50 food deliver, $50 what do you call that? Grocery order. Like, come on now. Having a YouTube and social media is a great thing, but listen, I've come to my senses. I know, okay? Even if you have just enough, you want more than enough. You ain't too good for nothing. I ain't too good for nothing. I ain't too good to work. I ain't too good to buy me some Dr. Teal's foaming bath, not sponsored. Because if you work at a job like that, baby, you're going to be working.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your take on this situation. Do you think that DoorDash and Dontay are going to keep their 9 to 5s? Only time to tell. Also, the link is going to be in my description if you want to watch these content creators' videos.
He like Haitian, I think. He like Haitian. He was cool. He don't speak that good of English though.